Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Today we've got a conversation class. I would like you, dear students, to open your books and be ready with your pens. So let's get started. We're going to listen to a conversation and then we're going to discuss.
Page 4.
Here we go.
3. Conversation.
We're at the edge of the desert, waiting for the falcon hunters to arrive. And here they come. I thought their car was white. This must be them. They must have been on the road longer than expected. Welcome back. It's great to see you again, Mr. Ali.
Thank you. Good to see you too. I wasn't sure you'd be here.
Of course I'm here. I can't wait to hear about your exploits. Have you had a successful hunt?
Have we indeed? We have been more fortunate than we could have ever expected. This has been the best trip ever. I wish we could have gone on for another 2 weeks.
But you must be exhausted, and you must have been in the sun a lot.
You can tell, can't you? Oh, well, we must be looking the part. What can you expect after weeks of camping in the desert? But that's the way we like it.
And now? What's next?
Now we are going to see our clients. My falcons are spoken for, so I won't have to look around for buyers. This is also important in our business. Having good clients and keeping them happy. And of course, we're going to have our truck cleaned and serviced before we do anything else.
Do you think of the financial gain while you're hunting?
No, not really. I only think of the hunt. You can't catch falcons if all you think about is how you are going to sell them. Falcons deserve respect and admiration. I often feel we have the best of both worlds, making a decent living while doing something we genuinely enjoy. There can't be too many people who can claim that.
You're quite right. I wish you continuing success in your endeavor and hope to catch up with you next year.
You're very welcome. It's really good to have the opportunity to talk about our trade and know that more people will hear about it.
All right, gentlemen. Where has Mr. Ali been? Where has Mr. Ali been? Yes, he has been to one of his hunting exploits. He has been to falconry. He has been to falcon hunting. Okay. Now, how does Mr. Ali like falconry? Do you think he likes this hobby? Yeah. He says we genuinely enjoy. At the bottom or near the bottom of the conversation, Mr. Ali says, yeah, we have the best of both worlds, making a decent living while doing something we genuinely enjoy. Right, that's okay. Now, why doesn't Mr. Ali need to look for buyers? Again, the question. Why doesn't Mr. Ali need to look for buyers for his falcons? You are right there. Because his falcons are spoken for. Yeah. His falcons are famous of being good stuff, good ones. So everyone knows that Mr. Ali's falcons are good. He takes good care of them. Very interesting. That's okay. Now, gentlemen, let's move to another activity we've got here. So the point is, the prisoner is meeting Mr. Ali, who is a falcon hunter and who is interested in falconry. Okay, he enjoys doing it. Now this season has been very lucrative for him because he says what? Who can tell me? He said, this has been the best trip ever. I wish we could have gone on for another 2 weeks. Okay. Moving to another exercise, match functions and expressions or excerpts from the conversation. We've got some language functions on the left, like making deductions, actions that are done for one, which is causative, report thought, reporting, express enthusiasm, that is the use of interjections and exclamatory expressions, express regret and wishes, strong agreement, focus on action, not the doer, which is the passive. Here we go. Can you see? I thought their truck was white. Now the man is reporting his thought. He's reporting to us what he thought of. He thought their truck was white. So what can we do there? What can we call this? Exactly. This is what we call report thought. Number one. Yeah. Deductions, making deductions goes with number three. This must be them. The man has got a good car. He must be rich. And so on. Now to express enthusiasm, تعبير عن الحماس, which expression? What do you think? And how do we express the strong agreement? You're quite right. Focus on action, not the doer, the passive. Where is the passive? Here I show you the answers. Have a look. And of course, I would like you to jot the answers down in your students' books. Or you can have a screenshot now and complete doing this on your students' books later on. Okay. Now, let's move to another thing. For pronunciation, listen and find examples of for rising or falling intonation in the conversation. Identify attitude, feeling if relevant. For example, enthusiasm, regret, question, and so on. Gentlemen, intonation is a characteristic of languages. التنغيم. Some sentences, some structures have a rising tone, have a rising intonation, while others have a falling intonation. That is to say, the lowest syllable or the syllable that has the least pitch of sound comes at the end. This is what we call the falling intonation. And vice versa with the rising intonation. The last syllable having the highest pitch of sound, of voice. He was indeed. Have we indeed, and now what's next? And you must have been in the sun a lot. A falling intonation is a very common in WH questions. So mind you, in WH questions we've got falling intonation, starting with a high one and then descending to a low intonation. We also use falling intonation when we say something definite or when we want to be very clear about something. As for the rising intonation, it describes how the voice rises at the end of a sentence. Rising intonation is common in yes/no questions. Are you a new student? Is this the new bus? Is everything okay? So you can fathom out, you can figure out that with yes/no questions they have rising intonation. Now with this we've come to our class, to the end of our class today. I would like to thank you for being with me and wait for me in other classes. Thank you and see you.